In this video, we're going to be using Declaration Grooming Weinstrasse and the Gillette Atra razor from 1977 for our dome shave. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back to another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Declaration Weinstrasse. I'll put it right there for you because I have a sample from Maggard Razors. This is a great service that Maggard Razors provides because you don't always know if you're going to like a scent. So sample is a good way to try it without spending too much money. Now, let's talk a little bit about this soap. But first of all, when you lather this, it is stout. It feels the entire restroom here. You can really smell it. It's a very unique fougere type of scent. We'll put the notes for you right here. So you got fougere, white grape, honeysuckle, iris, sandalwood, and some other stuff. And I don't know how I feel about it. Part of me likes it, especially the grape part. And then I'm like, I don't know, but it's really, really unique. And I'm going to recommend, if you are interested in this soap, get a sample first because you may or may not like it. I think there are going to be people who absolutely love it and people who don't like it. And so I recommend get a sample from somewhere like Maggard's, give it a try and see what you think. I'm sort of on the fence. I like it and I don't like it at the same time. The scent was made by Sean from Chatillon Luxe, and it's really strong, so keep that in mind. Also, this soap, if you buy it at retail, it's fairly expensive. It's $24 for 4 ounces, or on a cost chart, $6 an ounce, which puts it right into that painful price per ounce. So I do recommend you get a sample. I will link the Maggard samples below. That way, if you like it, no big deal. You can continue to use the sample and then buy the set if you like. But if you don't, you'll save yourself 20 bucks. So that's something to consider. By the way, I'll put the ingredients for you right there. This is a tallow-based soap. It's got the bison tallow in it. Ease of use, really good. No problems lathering Declaration soap, so it's not particularly finicky. It is soft to the touch, but not crazy soft and cream-like, and I enjoy using it. I've really been enjoying trying these Declaration soaps recently. Okay, the razor for today is the Gillette Atra razor with an original blade from 1977. This was the first blade, the first razor that Gillette put out. The first twin blade with a pivot. It slightly pivots there a little bit back in 1977. So we'll use that today and hope to get a great head shave. And let's just mist. By the way, I'll link everything I'm using below, the things that are available at least. I won't link the Atra because if you want an old school Atra, you have to find it on eBay. So I will not link that one, but I'll link the sample and the Weinstrasse soap and so on and so forth. And of course our West Coast shaving brush here, which we're using today. Really nice lather there. So no problems with the quality on Declaration soaps. Declaration soaps for me is about finding scents that I like. There are no quality issues that I've ever had. It's just, will I like the soaps? And a lot of times, to be frank, I haven't liked the scents when they partner with Chatillon Luxe. Now, I have really loved the scents that Sean Meyer has put together for Spearhead. But some of the ones for Declaration, I just don't care for. And, you know, you have to figure out whether you like them or not by trying them. And the best way to try them, in my opinion, is to see if you can get a sample. And Maggard sells them. They're usually about $3 and something, maybe $3.50, maybe a little more depending on the cost of the soap. But I think it's a great way to try something without having heavily invested in it and then realizing you don't like it. And so I've been buying a lot of these Declaration samples to try because I haven't, again, like I said before, haven't always liked the scents. I do tend to like the scents, not all, but I tend to like some of the scents that Scott there at Declaration makes himself. But for whatever reason, I haven't really always enjoyed the collab scents with Chatillon Luxe. And that's not to say that Chatillon Luxe is a poor scent maker or anything like that, because who am I to say? But I just mean they're just not, a lot of them haven't been for me. But the ones for Spearhead have been phenomenal. And this one, I kind of like it. It really does fill the room. So if you want a strongly scented soap, this one is quite stout. You know, it's you cannot mistake it once you get it lathered up. And it does give you that grape sort of wine sort of vibe to it, like a white wine perhaps. The grape that you'll sort of get. It smells smells good, but it's got a lot of other things going on. And that's the kind of the style, or at least from my perspective, that Chantalon tends to do. A lot of them are very complex, and they sort of take you for a ride, you know, not in a bad way, just meaning you might go to a place you haven't been before, you know, in terms of the scent. And sometimes that's enjoyable, and sometimes it's not. So you just have to sort of use it and then, you know, see where you fall. This one for me is still in the I'm not sure category. Parts of me like it. Like, I love that grape vibe I'm getting. But then I think maybe I get that iris or the honeysuckle, and I don't like it quite as much. It is not a highly floral soap. In other words, the iris and honeysuckle do not dominate the scent, at least to my nose. So, you know, it's not super floral. Don't mistake me when I say I think I get some of that, and I'm like, yeah. Mostly what I get is that grape sort of vibe, which is very enjoyable for me. The old Atra from 1977. I got this again. You can still find them on eBay, and they still make different manufacturers make blades for them. I wanted to use this one today just because it's been a while. I think I've only ever used it once or twice. I used it for one face shave and I think one head shave, and I like using it. As I often say when I bring out one of these, you know, cards for a face or head shave is please don't be one of those guys that when you see someone else using a card or something other than a double-edged razor that goes around poo-pooing it and calling them out and all that kind of stuff and going, you're not traditional shaving. Nobody wants to hear that. Just allow them to enjoy their shave. Encourage them to, you know, show those wares and show what soaps they're using. And, you know, that's the way forward, I think, is to encourage one another as much as you reasonably can. And I'm enjoying the shave. I think for the shave, I think I'm really enjoying this scent. Like, that is to say, during this shave, I think it's such a unique scent that it's enjoyable. I don't know if I would want to smell like this fragrance after the shave, though. I'm not quite sure that would be a something I would want to linger. Like if I got the aftershave or EDT or what have you, I'm not sure I would want it to be on me, you know, for a couple of hours or something like that. So I really don't know. I'm sort of still filling it out here. But I am finding it overall enjoyable. It is a very unique scent. I can't recall in all the soaps I've used over the years, which is a ton, I can't recall ever smelling anything like this. So in terms of being unique, it really brings it. Like, I don't ever remember using anything that comes across like this. This is truly a unique sort of scent to my nose. Now, it could be that maybe I just missed something along the way, but this is really a unique scent. And again, I advise people to go over to Maggard's if you want to try it and get a sample, because I'm not sure it will be a winner for everybody. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. I think some people might react strongly in the other way. They won't like it. They'll strongly dislike it. So my advice, get the sample and then use it, and then you'll know. And then these samples you get from Maggard, I think you could easily get 3 or 4 shaves out of them probably. So it'll give you enough time to decide whether or not you like the scent. And if you don't like it, you know, you're only out, you know, $3 or $4, $3.50, $4, whatever it is. If you do like it, now you just, you know, you can go on and grab the soap, grab the splash, whatever it is that, you know, suit your needs. Again, the best way I can characterize this scent is very, very unique. And again, I know I'm late using this because it's been out for a long time, but I ordered the sample, so figured let's talk about it for those who maybe haven't tried it. And most people at this point probably have, but I haven't. So, we'll share our thoughts all the time, or excuse me, we'll share our thoughts all the same. No quality problems, as I mentioned before. Declaration certainly is a good quality soap, so I think you can buy from Declaration in terms of quality with confidence. I don't really hear any quality problems with respect to their soaps. The only thing I ever hear is either you like the scent or you don't, sort of thing. So the scents can be polarizing at times. That's why I think there's tremendous value in the Maggard, sample selection that they have. And they have it for a number of brands, not only Declaration. They have A&E and, a lot of other ones, Barrister and Mann. And so check those out. Take advantage of them. Figure out whether you like a scent that might be questionable before you pull the trigger. And to me, that's a great service, great value. And I encourage you to, if you're unsure, if you just know you're going to like it, then go ahead and buy the full tub. No big deal. But if you're not sure, you don't want to risk it and gamble, grab yourself a sample and then you'll know. And I tell you what, these Declaration soaps, most are robustly scented, especially the collab ones with Chantelon Luxe. They are not meek and mild scents where you have to really put your nose in the tub to smell them. They're like, hey, I'm here, and I'm going to fill your restroom. Yuzu Rose Patchouli was like that. It was very stout. It filled the room. This one is like that too. So I'm not having any problems figuring out, that there's a scent here. It is abundantly apparent, because I can smell it. You can literally smell it like in the air and sort of wafting around. So at least I can. So I find these scents to be pretty stout for whatever that's worth. And again, it's plenty slick enough. So no quality problems whatsoever from my perspective. They do make good soaps. This one is pricey, at $6 an ounce. And I'm assuming that some of that price is due to the, collaboration. When you have someone else make a scent for the soap, they're going to have their take as well in terms of being compensated. And that's going to elevate the price a bit. So keep that in mind. But it's a nice soap. As I continue to use it, I don't think it's one I'll buy the full tub of. I think it's just, I wouldn't say it's far out of my wheelhouse, but I think I'm figuring out now that it is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. But it's not a soap where I'd say I just really dislike that, the scent, that is. It's just out of my wheelhouse. But it's taken me using it to really figure that out and have it lathered and, on a quality basis, it's great, no problem. Scent is probably, again, slightly out of my comfort zone and wheelhouse. I do like that grape vibe, that sort of wine sort of vibe to it. And to me, I think it's fairly unique. So if you're somebody who really appreciates unique scents, it might be one to try if you haven't already, if you're not late to the party like me, or if you are late to the party like me, I mean to say. Man, I'm more tongue twisted today than usual. I'm having trouble getting my words out. Apologies, I must be tired. Nice soap overall though. Definitely in that pricey range though. So again, I always say leverage the things that can help you along and figure out how you can best spend that money that you're going to spend. And in this case, in this soap, I would certainly get a sample first. Because you might get the sample and think, wow, this is one of the best scents I've ever experienced, and use it 2 or 3 times and I got to have that full set. Or it could be, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced. Because you never know with scents, because that scent preference is extremely subjective. And I know it's one of those things where artisans and folks who make scents sometimes get, I'm sure it's hard when you hear other people saying things, they don't like the scents and so on, but that's not, it's not a personal thing. You know, it's a preference. So it's never meant to be personal. And this one for me is, I would say it goes in the sort of like category, but not love. And I need to love it. If I'm going to keep it, it can't be just like, it has to be love. And while I like it, I don't love it. And so I got to figure out where the working in the razor is there. Especially at this price, it has to be love. It has to be a ringer scent. Meaning it is just all there and to my preference. And this one's just slightly out of it, I would say. Slightly out of it. But man, I tell you what, it is a stout scent. When you get it lathered up, you really know it's here. You know, I'm not having to search for it. And a lot of people really like that. So I think it's fun when you have a scent that you love and it's just filling the room and you're just having that really enjoyable experience. I think that's really fun. So this one, I think it certainly brings it when it comes to scent strength. It's the way it spreads out when you get it lathered in the room is quite remarkable. All right, we're gonna stop right there and then we'll come back after we rinse and get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back and off cam. We did a very thorough rinse and then we applied our Thayer's Cucumber Watermelon Magic because it's made by witches. This was a really enjoyable shape. I did like the Declaration Weinstrasse. I didn't love it. I need to love it to buy the full tub, so I will not buy the full tub, but I must say, it's enjoyable, it's entirely unique, and I recommend, if you haven't tried this and you want to, get a sample first, because you may find that you love it, you may find that you strongly dislike it, or you may find it's just okay. But it is a really unique fragrance, and the soap quality is very good, so I did enjoy the shave from that perspective. The Atra from 1977. This is the regular Atra, not the Plus. Honestly, I don't think Gillette needed to go very much forward from this razor. This razor shaves really, really well. It doesn't have that goofy lubrication strip. I like using it. I got an excellent shave out of it. Again, this old vintage Atra from 1977, still doing great work. We used our West Coast Shaving synthetic brush, also known as the Dude of Shaving brush. And we shall close it out today with Declaration Nightman, because I don't have a sample of the Weinstrasse. And nor, like I said before, I'm not sure that I would want to have that on me to linger. But I do enjoy the scent as far as the shave goes. This one, I really like. I know some people didn't like it, but I find it really enjoyable. Man, we've had a great dome shave. And I hope wherever you are, you're having excellent shaves as well. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.